Here comes the nasty gram.
Send a priest to save my soul, forget it.
Welcome back to the Nastygram RPG podcast. This is Shadow over Halgrave, Part 2.
Feeling it too hard is the poison to the heart of a sick.
Dane comes up the steps from the basement of the library, and he's got all this stuff. He says, Dawson.
What is it, Dane?
I think I found something, and I want to go over it with you guys.
Well, I mean, I found something too. I'm trying to work on it here.
Maybe if we put some stuff together, he kind of nods his head because his hands are full.
Fine.
Maybe we should start at the beginning. What do you know about Halgrave?
So it was established in 1699. It was a small fishing village, and it kind of grew to be an important shipbuilding port in the late 1700s. But then there was the War of 1812, and the British blockaded the port, and they bombarded all of the shipbuilding docks in the town. In the years that followed, it kind of never recovered from the loss. It was until 1830, a merchant, that Captain Obed Marsh, he opened a gold refinery, and that pretty much became the town's primary export. And for a short while, kind of seemed to gain a lot of prosperity.
All right. I mean, that all sounds like what that book was saying that Mrs. Gibbs gave us. But then, all those people died. Did you find anything about the like a Polynesian disease or something?
I'm not looking up diseases. I'm looking up languages here. It's not like, just keep talking about the history. I'll figure this out.
All right. Well, I mean, all those people died. I was looking through the records down in the basement, and then more people left the town, and then there was almost no one here. It happened over a few days. The whole population was cut in half. The refinery, I think, stayed open, but the population was never the same. And during the 1800s, most people avoided this place. They said that people here became hideously ugly from inbreeding and stuff, like having sex with your relatives or something. I don't know. And then they said that there was a cult here. I mean, the place just sounded really fucking spooky, and all the signs came down. And I think that's what this is. And he takes the sign out like he had leaned it up against the table.
Awaken the flood. No, that's not quite right.
And he slides the sign out on the table, and it says,
Welcome to Innsmouth.
Yeah, I guess that was the name of this place before it was called Halgrave. And then in the 20s, they raided the place, the government. They said it was like they're making illegal alcohol or something. And then look at this. He takes the big folded piece of paper out from under his arm, and he opens it up and sets it on the table. This is a map of the town before they rebuilt it. They rebuilt it in the 30s. And this is the library, which still exists, but it used to be a church. You can see the cross there. And then there's a cemetery behind it, which I've never seen before. And then it looks like the Gilman Inn there. Those are the only three buildings or places that are the same.
I found these legal documents from, they go all the way back to Captain Marsh back in those days. And they said he was in league with the devil, so that kind of fits with that cult thing. Unchristian, it was witches and stuff, Salem, I would guess. But it gets really weird once you get closer to the 20s when the government came. There were reports, not even official ones. They were they're just written in, and he'll flip the notebook around or the document around to all of you, and he'll show you the handwritten notes. It's see, this is from one of the towns nearby. They said that they heard massive amounts of gunfire, that there was a big military presence, trucks and vehicles and all sorts of stuff that came through into the town. And somebody swears that they saw a submarine come up.
Awaken the Brood?
Off the coast of Devil's Reef.
That's not right.
But the crazy thing is, they think they fired a torpedo at the town.
They fired a torpedo at the town?
I mean, that's what the reports say. I mean, this is from the 20s. You know, people hadn't exactly seen all of this yet.
Awaken the blood.
What?
Boom! Doors kick open. It's happening! Get off your candy asses! They're here!
Dane falls backwards out of his chair onto the ground.
Guys, we gotta go. They're taking people away.
What do you mean?
Who?
What?
The invaders! They're here!
Wizards of Thay.
What? What are you talking about?
Listen, there are people and they're wearing like capes and they're taking people away. The people that are
Where
frozen.
are they taking them?
I don't know. They're taking them in vans, but there's a lot of them. There's at least 2 and there might be more. We have to leave now.
Benny's going to run to the window and look out.
I don't even know how to pronounce.
Where are your bikes?
They're out front.
Bring them inside now.
You see the white van driving.
So the lantern says awaken the blood.
What?
That's what it says on the lantern. And then the ship from the library at the school says awaken CTHULHU.
That's not a word.
Welcome to Innsmouth. I'm going to be your storyteller, Jake.
This is Josh, and I'm playing Mikey Peterson, borderline bully.
Hey everyone, Dan here playing Dane Carlson, the insecure goth.
Matt here playing Benny North, the prepared Boy Scout.
Hey, it's Ryan. I'm Dawson Lee Reed, the patronizing mathlete.
Hey, this is Devin playing fish out of water.
Woof, woof, woof.
Good boy, Zed. Good boy.
Matt. Benny was looking out the window and he saw that white van drive by. It only goes about a block before it stops. And you see those cloaked figures get out and go into the general store.
They're not lying. There's vans and people.
Yeah, I told you.
We can't get our bikes if they're out there.
We have to get them. If they see our bikes, they'll know that we're in here.
There's at least 2 vans, and there's like these 2 cloak figures in each one, and they're taking these frozen people and they're putting them in the vans.
They're wizards?
They're going to come in here either way. I mean, bikes or not. If the bikes are outside, bikes are inside.
And we're sure as heck not going to be here when they get here. Let's go.
Where?
Where? I don't know.
Which way did they come from?
Go to my house.
Benny, another van stops right outside the library.
Get in the basement. Let's go.
They actually back the van up to the library doors.
They're here. Benny's going to run back to the table.
No,
where
let's go. Let's get out the back.
backpack and his bow and arrow, and he's going to look down to grab his stuff. And I'm going to use one of Zed's flaws, and he.
I don't even know which paper each of you got. So this is great.
It's going to be good, yeah.
So he bends down to pick up his bow and arrows, and he sees that 2 of the arrows have been chewed on and are warped. So he's lost half. He's down to 3 arrows.
I love it. Name the flaw.
Chew on things.
You just see Zed chewing on an arrow.
No, shit.
Is that gain 1 or gain 2?
That'll be 1.
1 to 3, depending on item and condition.
I can't. Michael's probably right. We should go out the back door. Let's go.
Dane grabs the map.
Okay.
And he takes the sign and he just like hides it underneath a bookcase.
Okay. All right.
Benny grabs the lantern, stuffs it into his backpack and any of the notes that they've had, and he kind of tries to like bunch up any of the books and papers that are like spread out on the table he was working at, and kind of like just throw them off to the side so that there's not shit on the table. It looks like somebody was doing research.
I'd like you to all roll flight. The DC is going to be a 5.
Oh boy.
I rolled a nat 20.
Ooh,
You roll it again.
that's your 20? Damn.
I'm gonna take I have a 10. I'm gonna take
Okay,
the 5 if
all
I
right.
can. Yeah.
I rolled a 10. So
Oh, no.
30?
This is
Okay.
this is under pressure.
Oh,
so you gotta,
I rolled a 1
oh,
plus 1, so 2.
a token.
I do have.
You also failed, Devin? Devin's
failed.
Asking for a token over here.
I'm asking for 2 tokens, actually.
2. Oh, you got to.
Because I'm easygoing, I gain 2
Nice.
adversity tokens on a fail.
Did you make it,
Mikey made it with a 7.
Mikey? All right. And Dane got something crazy.
30.
30.
Holy.
And
Misty step.
how did Dawson do?
I am cool under pressure, which means
Oh, can you always take half?
yeah, I can't. I need
Ooh.
to take the.
Oh, okay. You
I
don't
didn't
want to
spend
chance it though. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll fly.
So the last 2 people out the door are Benny and Fish.
Come on, Benny, let's go.
As the back door is slamming shut, these 2 figures are coming in the front. From their perspective, we see these 2 cloaked figures come in. One of them points to the librarian. They start walking towards her, and then bam, they hear the back door slam shut. They look up and they start moving towards the back door. Where are you guys going?
Let's go to my house. It's on Walker Street.
Yeah. Mikey
Which-
grabs the strap of the shotgun and tries to put it over his shoulders.
Okay. You guys jump on your bikes and start heading to Walker Street. You hear screeching tires and you see this van pull around the side of the building. Fish, they spot you as you take off around the corner, but you know they must have heard the door slam. And
They're coming, crud.
you guys make your way down this narrow street behind the library and through this sort of kind of thickly settled neighborhood that's right around Main Street. And you see that van. Coming down the street behind you. Can you guys all make flight rolls again for me?
Mikey's going to do something brazen.
Okay.
He's going to pull his bike off to the side quick behind a tree and grab the shotgun.
Okay. Are you going to
Shoot out the tires.
You make a fight roll for me.
Okay. Can I use my protective, add +3 to rolls when defending one of my friends?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Who's volunteering to be Mikey's friend?
Josh,
He thinks Fish is.
complete success on this. We're looking for a 12 for complete
Oh
success.
boy.
For the rest of you, your flight rolls are going to be a 7. Well, actually, let's wait and see how Mikey does.
That is a 8 +3, 11.
Oh, you don't have a token.
He
I'm going to
does.
spend
You
the
do.
token.
He's got
All right,
one.
Perfect. That gets you there. How did everyone do in their rolls? Did anyone fail?
How many
Money,
did I need?
please.
What did I say? 7?
7.
Oh, yeah. No, I failed.
I rolled a 22, so I just got on my
Jesus
road
Christ.
bike with my massive
math.
thighs and just took off. I'm blocks away
Return
at
to
this
the
point.
massive
Yeah.
thighs. Dane rolled a 2 on his D20.
Okay, so you're all just pedaling as fast as you can, but it's a van. It's going 40. It's not trying that hard.
I'm doing pretty good for a while there.
You're up ahead. You don't have to be
I don't have to
faster
be-
than the van, just
exactly.
faster than
Just
them.
faster than everyone else.
Which is working out
Shark rolls.
fine. And the van is getting so close to Dane. The bumper is about to hit your tire when you hear the resounding crash of this shotgun. And you look back and you just see a flash and you see Mikey step out from behind a tree and shoot the back tires of the van, and it spins out of control.
Is it crash into the side of a building or something?
It crashes into a tree on the side of the road.
Fish pulls hard on the brakes of his bike and turns around and looks at Mikey.
Oh, let's fucking go, man!
Let's go.
Dane's waving you to follow them, and he starts pedaling again.
You see
Dawson does not turn back. He's still like
the two people that were in the van are a little stunned, but if you guys, eventually they get out and try to kind of pursue on foot. But you guys are kind of too far down the road at that point, and they kind of run, and then they stop, realizing they're not going to catch these bikes.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Are you all right, man?
That was crazy.
That was awesome.
Holy shit!
That was crazy.
Oh fuck!
Here, cut through here.
Did you kill anyone?
No, I don't think so. Oh my god, I can't believe that worked.
You cut through a someone's yard that is on the block behind your house, and then you throw your bikes over this fence into your backyard.
Well, now they know that there's people awake.
Yes, they do.
Mikey puts the bike on the side and grabs the shotgun and goes to chamber around, and his hands are shaking, and he doesn't do it hard enough, and he fucking jams.
Takes way more strength than you think.
Jams around, jams one of the shells in, and then starts fucking with it. And you see he's just shaking.
Hey, let's go inside. Let's go inside. Bring your bikes inside.
before Dawson pulls up to the front.
Okay.
Puts his bike behind the fence and is inside before you guys get there. So he just
How'd you get into my house?
it was unlocked.
Oh, Grandpa.
Where's Zed?
Zed's there.
Zed,
He
Zed
followed me. He
comes
was
in.
following me.
Yeah. Devin, why don't you tell us about Sam's house? What do we see?
We walk in the back door, which leads into the kitchen. As we stand in the kitchen, it's sort of, it's maybe 6 feet, and then it goes to the living room. That goes all the way to the right, and then to our left is a hallway with rooms and doors, and then in between the living room and that hallway, straight ahead of us, essentially, is a half staircase that goes down to a front door, and then there's another half staircase that wraps around and goes into the basement. He's like, my grandpa lives in the basement, but we can hide out here. Close the windows. And Fish goes over the windows and starts closing it. The TV is on. It's playing baseball. And
It's just no signal.
really?
The TV, yeah.
Oh,
Colored bars.
oh man.
Jake, did any of us, or Mikey specifically, see anything of these figures that would make them seem anything other than just people in cloaks? Was there anything I saw that was
Their hands.
You didn't get a good look at them.
okay?
Yeah.
What about the vehicles?
White
Any-
vans.
License plates, in state, out of state.
You didn't notice.
Samuel, the internet was down at the school too. I don't think.
So
All right, so holy shit! So this an attack, right? I don't know what these guys are, but
No, I don't think it's an attack. I think there's something else
It's,
going on.
I think
mean,
this has happened before, right?
Yeah, this is like, I don't know, like history repeating itself, man.
what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, if you could read, you would have found out what we know, that
There's dark stuff in the world, man.
yeah,
It gets really dark
There were
out there.
cults and stuff in this town. It wasn't Halgrave before. It was in your mouth. Yeah. That was the name of the town before it was like the government blew it up.
has anyone else heard of this CT? I mean, maybe I translated it wrong, but CTHULHU.
I think you should check your translation stuff again.
Everything else is pretty on.
Doesn't sound like a word.
It could be. It's not. It's flood or brood. It's blood. Awaken the blood.
Well, does awaken the blood mean like if you're frozen, then your blood wakes up, then you're not asleep?
Can your blood go to sleep?
I mean,
I can't wake up
I
if it doesn't
checked
go to
everything they
sleep.
had at the library. It's.
I mean, there's
What-
hibernation. Animals hibernate.
What if?
Hold on.
What about? Dane looks excited for a moment. He's like, "What if we use the lanterns? Like, you know how it's glowing?
Yeah.
What if that's what wakes people up?"
Oh man.
Wait, what is that? Let me see that.
No.
Dawson.
Give me it. And Fish is going to like forcefully take the lantern.
No, he's reaching for the note
Oh, okay.
that he has.
Who has the lantern?
That's
It's in my bag.
Can I have it, please?
Yeah, sure.
I've seen that word
Pull
before.
it out and give it to you.
Takes it.
What?
That C word.
Yep.
Yeah, would your brother teach
Where-
it to you? Fish goes
Your
downstairs.
brother taught you the C word?
No, dude.
Fish, where are you going with it?
Where'd you
My
learn
grandpa.
My dad had a book that had that on it. On his shelf with all his like bird shit and all
that? Is it
his
still
weird-
there?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we need to go to your house then.
What are you talking about?
Is it a type of bird?
I don't know. I think so. Like, I don't know. He had like all sorts of books on birds and then shit in other languages. My dad was weird. Like, after the war, I don't know. I guess my mom just said like he was different.
What war?
Vietnam.
So the ship says awaken the bird?
I mean, it says awaken Cthulhu.
Is that
I
Like
don't
a
know how to pronounce
Polynesian
that.
thing?
It's not a language I'm familiar with, but I mean,
It's like a devil or something.
if Michael's dad has answers, we should.
My dad wasn't a fucking devil worshiper.
I'm not saying he is. Maybe the Captain Marsh was. If it was on his ship and on the lantern, they said he was a cult. They said he did cult stuff.
I don't know. Like,
I mean, maybe it is a bird. Who knows? But we should find the book and.
It's not a bird. Yeah,
I know it's not a bird. Just, yeah.
well, listen. Like, I've always known like something happened with my dad. Like, it's not bullshit. He didn't fucking take off. Like, I'm sure you know that, but like some people say that. But like he disappeared, and I don't know. I didn't know if it was somebody.
I mean, Michael, there could be something more to it, Michael. We should look into this. And
was your mom at the tavern?
I tried to hide her.
Is the tavern the Gilmore Inn?
Gilman Inn.
Gilman Inn. Dane says, I found a map at the library, and the inn and the library, which used to be a church, and the graveyard behind, they're the only things that's left of the old town.
yes, those are the oldest buildings left, and it's one thing I do know. I mean, you can see the dates on the
My house is
bricks.
4 streets away. I don't know. Like, if you think that word is something in any of those books, they always had weird books.
I finished 47th in the Scripps Howard National Spelling Bee in 1997. You probably already know that, but that's a word that I'm not at all familiar with. So I know a lot of words. So if it's on a book at your house, we should get that book.
But now the wizards know that there's like people awake.
They're not wizards, man. They're,
Yeah, but they're in vans. If we just stay off the roads, we should be fine, right?
Those weren't like wizard. Those were like sailor cloaks from what
Sailor cloaks?
it looks
That's
like.
not a thing.
listen, there's a cut through.
I
Like-
know. I have a cloak.
There's wood trails. I ride my bike in them. You can get up to Breakback Ridge that way, but we can just scoot around it and get over to my street.
Is Breakback Ridge the foothills of
Breakback.
Brokeback Mountain?
I was thinking it all the time.
said it the first time.
I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Fish, I just
I just can't quit you. Yeah, I knew it. That's what was going through
All
my
right.
fucking head.
Ledger Gyllenhaal, is that where we're going with this? Is
Jake,
that-
did you think this would be a story of self-discovery?
Did Fish go into the basement to his grandfather
Yes.
with the lantern?
Yes.
Okay. Where do we find your grandfather?
There's like a little apartment down there, and the layout is very similar. There's a living room with it's like that brownish orange carpet, white tile in a like connected kitchen, a little hallway with a bathroom and a bedroom, and there's just a lazy boy, and Fish's grandfather is just sitting on it, asleep. His eyes are closed.
Okay.
Grandpa?
Nothing.
Please work. He's going to go over to him and put the lantern on a table in front of him and open up the hood. He turns all the other lights off in the room.
It does not light up.
Attack, roll, katath. Attack, roll, katath.
You do this a few times and nothing happens.
Fish, we gotta go.
Crap.
Fish, come on.
Hey, he's talking to his grandpa.
You notice he's got a phone down here. You notice the light on the answering machine is flashing.
He walks over to it and he presses play.
Is this your mother or father's father?
This is my mother's father.
Okay. Beep. Hey, Dad. Look, something is going down. Sierra Cell is getting mobilized. We're not going to be back for a while. I need you to get Sammy out of town. Go up into the mountains or something. Lie low. Beep.
Fish is standing. His eyes are wide. His mouth is agape, and he's crying. The first time when he heard his mother's voice on the answering machine, but this time it's her actually leaving a message, and he is so scared. He's shaking, and he doesn't answer you.
Fish, come on.
He has a lantern.
You guys hear a van slowly roll by the house.
Walk quickly down to the basement.
Okay.
Samuel?
He's sitting on the floor with his knees pulled into his chest, and you hear him just like,
Oh shit. Sam, are you okay?
yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Okay, let's go.
He deletes the message on the answering machine.
Okay.
And then he hugs his grandpa and runs upstairs.
What are you guys doing upstairs?
Fish, where's the lantern?
Oh, crud.
I'll go get it. Let's go.
In that time, Benny's broken off the safety tips on the arrows and used his Leatherman, and he's sharpened them to a point. He's got 3 left.
Mikey has, now that he's calmed down a little bit, he's figured out how to successfly reload the shotgun. And there are
Roll a D4.
4.
Explode.
Yeah.
Exploded.
4 shells remaining.
Fish, what about snacks?
Yeah. Dude. No, hey.
We're like going in the mountains, right?
No, we're going to my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
what
didn't
about snacks?
I didn't tell you about the mountains yet. How do you know about that?
No, I thought we had
Did
to
you
like
hear me?
ride through the hill. No.
My mom called. Something bad's happening.
Wait, she's not frozen?
I don't know. It was just a message on the answering machine.
So she could be frozen.
Maybe, but
You don't remember what time it said the message came in, and you deleted it, so you're not sure.
she called my grandpa. She said something about Saracel and or something, and that we need to get to the mountains. She wanted him to get me out of here.
This
When
could be
did
like an
she-
attack happening everywhere.
Yeah, when did she call? How?
I don't know. I forget. Something bad's happening.
No kidding. We gotta go.
Yeah.
Look, a van just rolled by. We probably have time to get out of here and get into the woods.
Let's go.
Okay, grab the big bucket of pretzels, and then put as many sodas as you can in your backpack.
Do you have like turkey for Zed?
Yeah, but you need to put an ice pack in here. I get it for you.
It'll be fine without the ice pack. It's a dog.
No, you got to keep it cold or else it gets gross.
It
Super slimy.
Do you guys like? Do you want an apple?
Dogs like cheese. Do you
Let's
like
go.
cheese?
Come
sorry.
on.
He
All
like
right.
shovels stuff into his backpack, and we all run out the door.
Screen
I-
wipe.
I grabbed the 2 biggest knives in the kitchen on the way
Nice.
out. And yeah.
Screen wipe to the Peterson residence.
Yes.
All right. Tell us what we're looking at.
It's a raised ranch looks like it has seen better days. It's not like decrepit or anything like that, but the yard is not perfectly well maintained. It's probably Mikey's job to mow lawn. He hasn't been doing it enough. And it looks like somewhere as you guys walk in that is tired. Like the place just seems tired. There's lots of picture frames that are dusty. There's like multiple loads of laundry that are kind of out. It's not like a shithole. It's just clear that the person that's responsible for taking care of this place is very busy. And the only other person living there is Mikey, and he's probably not holding his weight. So he gets in and he walks down the stairs. It's like that ranch split stairs up, stairs down. And
It's just like my house.
Walks down and he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a key and he opens a key and he pushes open the door. And the room you walk into smells musty. And it's like a study. And you walk in and there's like a TV over in the corner. There's a little card table with boxes on it. And there's like memorabilia up on the wall. You see a folded up American flag. You see a faded photograph of dudes like in camis. And then there's a bookshelf with shitloads of books, hundreds of books, like two shelves in the corner.
Is this your dad's room?
Yeah. And like, we don't really come in here anymore, but like, want it to be the same, when he comes back. But this is all his stuff.
Benjamin, look for anything that's interesting.
Yeah.
Start
Start looking through
researching.
Dane just
looking through the books.
stands in the doorway kind of awkwardly.
My grandpa, when all the soldiers went over for the war in Europe, my grandfather was playing baseball here in Boston.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad, he always said it was bullshit. He wouldn't even want, I don't think he'd want Sean to go, but whatever. I don't know. All right, this last shelf over here, I don't know what any of this shit means. That's all bird stuff, and then this is all weird leather books, and I can't read most of them.
Is the bird stuff actually bird stuff, or
It is.
okay?
And you guys start looking through the weird books. One of the first things that you find is this map. It's a map of the world. You found it before, Mikey. It has a bunch of spots marked off. You always assumed that these were maybe where birds lived. And each one of these spots has a strange collection of letters. The pronunciation is strange. It looks like gibberish, but it's the same sort of gibberish as that weird C word. One thing that you guys immediately notice is that all of these dots are located over the ocean, usually close to shore.
I don't know if these are things or locations, but they're important to your dad or someone, I guess.
Located on the map next to Halgrave is a dot off the shore that says Yahan Tele. There are similar ones all around the world with different names.
My dad, I don't know, my mom said that it just helped him. He would go out, but he'd be gone for a couple days, sometimes longer.
There's one near Vietnam, near where your dad said he was stationed as well.
I don't know, but you said he was always just bird watching. That's what, he needed to do.
Dane says from the doorway, Benny, you said that there was a submarine?
Yeah, that's what the report was off of Devil's Reef.
Is that what that dot is?
It's the same area, yeah, but I mean, maybe was a local name back in the day, Indian or Native American or whatever.
But look, this is the one that has that word on it.
I'll take that book and start. As I take that book off the shelf, I take another glance up at the row of bird watching books. Do the spines even look like they've been opened, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he actually
Yeah.
did watch birds a little bit, maybe?
Hey, Mikey, does your dad have any other any more guns?
There's a safe, but I don't know the combo.
It's probably 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, it's a combination. It's like a bank dial.
I don't know. These guys have vans, and I don't know, man. I have this bad feeling. I feel like they're going to find us.
Yeah, but if we stay off the roads, they can't find us, right? Because vans, they have to stay on the roads, and we don't. That's our advantage. We got to it's like guerrilla tactics.
We got to
I
think
have
about
a road bike. I can't really go.
It works. Trust me.
All right.
It's fine. It's wheels. They go over the ground. You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
we got to think about what we're trying to do. Like Dane is still standing in the doorway, looking down at his hands, and he's like, "We all have family, and we got to make sure that these people don't take them, and we got to wake them up. And if that's what does it," he points to the lantern that is in someone's backpack. Then we got to figure out how to turn it back on.
I start kind of thumbing through the Cthulhu book.
Okay. You see a lot of notes, handwritten notes inside the book. And Benny, you notice that some of those handwritten notes in that police ledger look like they maybe had the same, maybe it was written by the same person. You might have already stumbled upon some of the research that Mikey's father had been doing.
Wait, Mikey, I think your dad wrote the notes in this ledger.
What?
Look, the letters, it looks the same.
Yeah, look at the letter G.
That's his handwriting.
So this was him.
You see things about curses. You see things about sacrifices. You see...
I look up at Mikey and then look back down, and I don't make eye contact
You
anymore.
see there's one place where he's written a note that says they have cities all across the ocean, all across the world.
Who are they?
You keep flipping through and you see a circled section with a description of a person from Halgrave from the early 1900s, said to have been afflicted by some mongoloid affliction. It describes them as having bulging eyes, hairless, thin lips, strange frills along their neck. And he's circled this and he's written Deep One on the side of it.
Gilman. Quotoa?
Huh?
Never mind.
Gil man?
Yeah, it's not what they're actually called, but that's what people call them. Like fish people.
So all this shit is whatever you guys have been talking about. It's real, and my dad knew about this.
Looks like it, Mikey.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Do you know where he went?
Where did he
The last
disappear?
Where'd they find the car, Michael?
Yeah, where'd he go, Mikey?
It was down by the jetty at the east end of the harbor.
Where's that in relation to the reef?
You can see the reef from there.
I mean, you can see it.
At low tide, part of it pops up above the...
Yeah, it's probably about as close as you can get without getting in a boat, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, at low tide, there's like a sandbar. You can kind of walk out to it, but
Is there anything in that book, Dawson, about the lantern?
You keep looking through the book. You don't see anything specifically about the lantern.
The lantern.
You do
didn't
see
say
something.
anything about the Cthulhu. It wasn't. That was on the. There's in the scale model of the boat. The lantern said the blood on it.
You do find a note about the Gilman Inn. It says EOD at Gilman Inn.
EOD.
End of day. My mom would say it. She's a doctor. She'd always tell me to do my dishes and fold the laundry by EOD.
By EOD.
It's end of day.
The book says EOD at Gilman Inn.
Well, like today?
Something's going to happen
This
there?
is, I mean, it doesn't have a date on it, but these are Michael's dad's notes, so it's.
Did
I don't
you
know.
say they sacrifice people? Is that what they're doing with all the people?
There's notes about. I can't say for sure.
So my dad must have found out like that there's people that were trying to do this and probably tried to stop it, and they like probably took him. Maybe he had to go into hiding.
Does that seem to be the case, or is it the alternative based on what I'm seeing here?
It doesn't. You don't get the impression that he was involved in this.
Yeah.
You get the impression he was gathering information.
That might, yeah, it's possible. Yeah, that might be.
There's weird like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Sacrifice a virgin.
How do I join? Question mark. Question mark.
Have any of you guys ever had sex?
Samuel, I don't know if this is the time or place for that, bud.
I don't know. We might die, man. I don't know. I want to do it before I die. What?
Benny's got his finger on his nose.
Dane kind of laughs.
I don't know what's happening, man, but like,
Jessica Matthews, like she wanted to, like over the summer.
what?
Yeah, she was like, I want to do it. I'm like, I want you to be my first, but I don't know, like she's just not that hot, I guess.
She's like the hottest junior in school, probably.
What are you even talking about?
Deceitful and boastful.
Nothing like a bunch of teenage boys that completely derail like a town being sacrificed by
What was her name?
Jessica Matthews.
Let's go to her house.
oh no.
I went to
weird.
I went to Orcus Restraint.
There's a shocked and betrayed look on Fish's face because he has a huge crush on Jessica Matthews. He's like, oh, what? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's not ready to do it, man.
Guys, this is super stupid. Like,
Yeah, people might be dying, and you guys are talking about girls.
All right. Well,
I went to orchestra camp in Worcester last summer, and I got a handy from a girl from Albany.
That's awesome.
What's a handy?
what's the fucking attempt to disbelieve roll? Insight, perception.
Fish is envious.
All right. So this is like a cult,
yeah.
and
And they're gonna kill our families, guys.
so they did something. Like, you think like this ritual? It's like a ritual or spell shit. Like it's not some kind of bomb or
Oh,
gas.
what? Now you believe it?
Yeah, it was a spell that we heard at the school.
Well, I don't know. I mean, my fucking dad like knew stuff about this. I don't know what to believe, but like,
My mom knew something was happening too. I don't know. Maybe they're still okay out there.
so we just gotta like. There's other people out there that probably like know. If my dad knew and your mom knows, then like people are gonna come and like we just have to. We gotta protect the town for now. We gotta stop the guys that are here.
How are we going to do that, though, Michael?
What if we could figure out a way to work the lantern and like wake up some of the cops or something?
What if they just do it again? What if they just use the spell again?
Well, then we'll know how to turn the lantern on.
We got to find out where they're taking them.
Wait,
Make the dog like, I don't know, smell something. Like smell your mom's stuff. They probably took her. I'm sorry, but like we can get her back, but we don't know what they're doing with them. We can't get out. They have fans,
well, we
man.
have to. If the lantern fucking does something, you got to figure out how to do it, or like, what's the point? Otherwise, we got to like fight these guys.
I don't know, maybe they have a lantern.
Benny, you said that this is like a kerosene lantern?
Yeah, but there's no fuel in it.
Well, can we just get some?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's
Come on, fucking! You guys are in the library trying to do shit. Now we're here, and there's books and notes, and you guys can't fucking figure it out. I mean, come on! Like, what are we doing?
figuring it out. Shut up while we think.
Dane kind of backs away from the shotgun wielding Mikey.
The shotgun's like resting over on the side, but he's like agitated.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's like,
Dane's scared of him.
listen, I know like I'm not good at this kind of shit, but like you guys are obviously.
Yeah,
like,
and we can't think if you keep talking. So can you please just shut up?
Hey, Mikey, let's go and let's grab something of your mom, and maybe the dog can find her.
All right,
Come on, man.
come on, Zed.
Dane kind of hands you the leash quietly, like he's standing outside the doorway.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Mikey and Fish go upstairs.
Sure.
Do we have to bring the dog right now?
Wait, give him one of the walkie-talkies, just in case.
Give him yours.
I think I the one that
You're
got
holding holding the leash. I'll hold the walkie-talkie.
He gives the walkie-talkie to Dane.
And stands back in. He steps back into the room. So,
Okay, well, so we know that this probably is connected to Marsh and whatever that cult was, right? And we know with the Gilman Inn at end of day, we think.
that's where they might sacrifice them?
Maybe, well, I mean, wouldn't that be a church? If you're going to do like a sacrifice, it would be a church.
Which
Just
is
out of game reminder, you know that
That they were taking bodies from.
from
Yeah.
Gilman.
Yeah.
Mikey and Fish said that they were taking bodies from the inn.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be there. They came into the library, but we don't know if they took anybody out. They kind of chased us. We that in the cemetery, right? Those are the three oldest. The cemetery isn't even a cemetery, right?
I mean, maybe it's just overgrown. I don't know. But all of that aside, if we're gonna save our families, we need to figure out how this thing works, because I think that's the only reason why we're awake.
I agree. That green light must have protected us somehow. So
what was going on with the intercom, though? Was there somebody else in the school, or was it not over the intercom? Was that just the...
maybe it was like a radio thing.
Like they broadcast
Yeah,
it?
yeah. And it was kind of over all like open frequencies or something like that. But if that's the case, they would need a place to broadcast from if it was over the intercom, right?
Yeah. But that's just, we know that there's like some cult out there that's doing all this, but we got to figure out how to wake people up. We're just kids.
We got to figure out how, like, Samuel's mom and Michael's dad are involved in this, too.
You hear a car door close on the street and a voice say, I'll get the left side, you get the right.
Did you hear that, Mikey?
Yeah.
You guys are on the second floor.
You hear
You look out the window, you see a man walking towards your neighbor's door, neighbor like on the left, and you see another guy walking across the street.
you hear the walkie-talkie go, Mikey, I think someone's here.
Hey, it's Fish. Yeah, they're here. They're at the next door, the house next door. Just be quiet, okay?
Are they like cloaked?
Yep.
Hey, get something of your mom's. I'm gonna go lock the doors, okay?
No.
What?
Get him in and knock him out. Question him.
Okay.
I give Dane one of the knives I got from Fish's kitchen.
Fish becomes instantly nervous. He's okay. Okay, yeah. He pulls the baseball bat from his backpack. Okay, he's holding it with two hands. I'll go by the by the front door.
I'll be right behind.
Okay.
I'll knock him down. You hit him on the head.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Just like the movies.
We're fucking 13-year-olds. Like that makes sense.
He puts the hood of his hoodie up over his head.
What are you guys doing? The rest of you?
Dawson just handed Dane a kitchen knife.
Okay.
A large kitchen knife.
He's like, what do you want me to do with this?
I don't need two. Though. He's got a bow and arrow. I thought you might want a knife.
Do you think we're going to stab someone?
Fish, hide in the closet. I'll be behind the door. He comes in. I'll knock him down. Open the door and knock him out.
Okay. We got to get out of here. Let's go find Mikey and Fish.
Like you open the door from the bottom of the stairs, that ranch, that split stairway, and he waves at you to get back inside.
So Dane, I don't know what these people are going to do if they find us. So I thought you might want protection.
What do you do, Dane?
Dane steps back in, like, so he can keep
the shotgun
up.
is down there still.
Yeah. I'll pick it up.
Okay.
And the front door starts to open.
The dog barks.
Oh, shit.
Sometimes the dog barks at the most inopportune times.
Was that a one or a
Amazing.
two?
That's a 2.
Nice.
What's up here?
It might be good, actually.
It puts this guy on alert. He says, hey, there's a dog in here. And he steps in.
Mikey blasts the door closed and tries to like blast the door into him and then tackle him.
Okay. Roll fight.
Oh, my God.
This is an opposed roll. He's going to roll brawn.
No, he might roll bad, too.
2.
What did you get?
I don't suppose I can use defending friends on this one.
No, it's offensive
That's
maneuver.
5.
A 5.
Yep.
You actually beat him.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
This is a really sad looking fight. Then
I rolled a 2. You rolled a 5. So you beat him by 3. The attacker explains how they attack, and the defender narrates what they do to mitigate the harm to them. The effect is that the defender is hurt, but only temporarily. Punch stuns them, they can shake it off. So, what do you do?
So he's not trying to harm him so much as he's trying to, like, he's behind the door as it swings open. He shoulder checks the door and then grabs a guy and tries to tackle him to the ground.
Okay. You don't manage to quite tackle him, but you do knock him down, and as he's falling, he hits his head on the door. The door slams shut, and he lands on the ground, and he's dazed. Like he kind of starts to get up on his knees. Like you didn't manage to grab him, but he's definitely dazed.
The door of the closet swings open, and Fish comes out, and as he's putting that weight on his arms to lift himself up, Fish just takes this low hack with the baseball bat.
Gnarly.
You can tell he opens the door like a big, like lunging step, and then just like a big swing at his arm.
Roll fight.
I got a 5.
You take a swing, and he sees you just in time, and sort of like hits the deck, like hits the ground, and you swing above his head. You actually hit the door and break it. Like you put a hole, not all the way through, but like into the door.
Fish, don't swing so high.
He's gonna go next. He kind of scrambles to his feet, and he comes at you, Fish, because you have the baseball bat. And he's kind of trying to like wrestle it away from you, but trying to like push you against the wall. Roll brawn, unless you're trying to run away.
Do we get adversity when we fail, like in like combat?
Yes. Yep.
So I'll take 2 more.
Wow.
Good one. Min max that one.
Yeah.
What do you do? How'd you do?
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay. He's trying to like slam you, like grab a hold of the bat and slam you into the wall. He's still a little dazed from hitting the ground, and he just can't quite get his footing. He's definitely, he's a grown man. He's stronger than you.
Yeah.
But he can't quite push you. And
Fish
as
is
he's
still in
doing
that
this,
low stance.
his hood falls back. His eyes are sort of bulging. His hair. He has almost no hair, and his lips look very thin and sort of drawn.
Quotua.
You guys downstairs definitely hear the commotion. Are you doing anything?
We're downstairs. It's not
Well,
upstairs.
it's
It's
like,
the split ranch?
Yeah.
Split ranch at
Yep.
the door.
We're in the
Gotcha.
lower level.
Dane like runs over to the window and like looks through the curtain to see if there's anyone else coming.
You see someone. They're not rushing. They're walking towards the house. They heard this guy say there's a dog in here.
Okay. Dane says, "There's someone else coming."
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He then says it into the walkie.
All right, Dawson or Benny, you guys are going to do anything? You definitely hear like they're fighting on the stairs. You can hear it.
Get off!
Bad mountain.
Benny's not a fighter, so he's not trying to
go.
go
That's
out
fine.
the door.
You guys can stay there. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, Mikey, back to you.
Mikey reaches behind. There's a coat rack, metal coat rack, and it's hanging on hooks, and he just grabs it, rips it off the wall, and swings it at this guy's head.
Get a coin.
Bad.
Get a adversity token.
2.
I got an 8.
All right.
You hit, but it's really flimsy. It just breaks over the back of his head.
I do have
It's
tough.
It's very weak wood.
So where's the
Oh, that's strength.
strength? I'm sorry. If you lose a combat roll, add +3 to the negative number. You still lose the roll no matter what, but you could reduce your loss to -1.
That's if
Gotcha.
he attacks you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it reduces how much damage you take. Yep. Devin, what is Fish doing?
Fish
Still
is-
kind of struggling with you.
Yeah. Fish is just sort of in that low stance. And he's just sort of shuffling his feet side to side. And he puts he puts his back to the front door, fishes his own back to the front door, and is going to try and push this guy back and down the stairs.
Okay,
Would that be fight or brawn?
let's fight. It's always fight when you attack, because otherwise that would just be. And I mean, I think balance-wise, the reason that fight and brawn are separate stats is so that you just don't get to use them for both.
Sure.
defense and offense.
I got a 12.
Okay.
After an exploding D8.
All right. You beat him by 6.
2, 3. I beat him by 10.
Why?
I'm gonna spend 4.
Oh,
I'm gonna spend 4
by
tokens.
10?
Yeah.
Okay. Cashing him in.
He just yells, "Get off!" and then shoves this guy sort of recklessly and tumbles down with him.
So the result of beating someone by 10 is the attacker has full control over the narrative. Explain what the defender does in response to the attack, how ineffective this response is, and the result is that the defender needs immediate medical attention. So tell me what happens.
Fish, they're just sort of fighting. I imagine they're both hanging on to the baseball bat, and he just squats down and then does this big push and gets sort of tumbled and lands on top of this guy as he just goes and falls and down to the bottom of the stairs, and he's not moving, and Fish falls off of him.
His head hits the door at the bottom of the stairs. The rest, you guys are behind that door. You hear this loud thump, and he is out.
Sam, that's a lot of blood, Samuel.
You have moments before this other guy reaches the door.
I'm gonna just into the roof, just fire the shotgun as he comes through the door.
Okay. What's everyone else doing? Right, moments before that door opens.
You hear, Mikey, there's someone else.
Mikey goes and he just turns. He's just like pumping. He just double hand pounds on the door and goes, "Come in here! You're fucking dead!" And then
The shotgun
And then the
blast
shotgun goes off.
shotgun goes off. And then I'm going to use a token for Zed. Intimidate. Ability cost 1. Add 2d4 to an intimidate charm roll. Zed just starts going.
Fish ducks and covers his head.
Roll, charm, add 2d4.
Hey, 11.
Okay. So the door opens, the shotgun blast goes off, the dog kind of attacks the door, and you yell that, and then this guy just runs. He runs for the van, and he gets in the van and takes off.
This is how teenagers
Yeah, you knocked the guy down the stairs.
We are 100% celebrating that guy running out to the van.
Go alert, everyone.
We scared him away. We did it.
And he peels out, and he is gone.
And holy crap, Benjamin, we did, guys, we did it.
Dude, nice.
Is that guy dead?
Fish, that was fucking
You
awesome.
Is he dead?
Check his
I think he's dead. I think he's dead.
Benny's
hear
gonna go up
anything.
and do a
He's
first
dead.
aid check.
Benny, he will die if he does not get immediate medical attention.
Oh my god! I think you got.
his neck's really like bent at a weird angle.
Yeah, but it's
And that's
the
a lot
blood.
of blood.
I
It's a
didn't
lot
try
of
to
blood.
do
It's a
that.
lot
I
of
wasn't
blood.
trying to do that. I was trying to get the baseball bat, and
I guess. Do you have towels, Michael?
Get him.
What's wrong with his face?
What towels?
Why is his eyes
We
like
gotta
that?
stop the bleeding. Can we stop
Get
the
towels. Get wet towels. We gotta prop him up.
All right. So how you want to try to stabilize this
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah.
All right. So give me a brains roll. This is a planned thing. So you can take half, get help, all that good stuff. But it's all he is in a lot of trouble. So it's going to be a 13.
Fish is going to kneel down and be like, Benny, what do I do? What do I do? Benny, what do I do? And I'll.
You can wait until he rolls. Or
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 13. I imagine I might use it.
Yeah, possibly. Rolled a 15.
Oh, okay. You remember your scout training, and you brace the neck properly.
Mikey runs and grabs towels.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
there's like a first aid kit.
You guys are like, damn, like he actually knows what he's doing. And yeah, you get this guy stable.
Word. And as I'm getting him stable, like, do I notice
You notice the weird features I described as well.
the frills on the neck? Did they look like gills?
You want to poke him a bit?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sort of push down on the skin of his neck, on the folds of
Benjamin, are
his neck,
those?
and your finger actually accidentally like goes into this gill.
Ugh,
Can he breathe water?
Oh, I think so. What the hell is
That's
this, guys?
All right, dude.
It's like Kevin
Fish is
Costner
cool.
in that movie.
It's not like a real person. It's like a fucking monster.
Do you think he
man.
drinks his own pee?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
fish killed the fish.
Like, does he like have like a whole weird filtration system on his boat so he can like drink urine? Like, what is?
Is he dead, Benny?
No, not yet. He might be okay, but I mean, I
Benny,
don't know,
does,
guys.
Does he have anything in his like pockets or anything?
Let's check his pockets. Let's find.
Yeah, we'll pat him down.
He's got a Cthulhu ID card.
It's the guy. It's the guy in the book.
He has nothing at all.
There's not even like a wallet.
All right, wake him up. Let's ask him some
Weapons, nothing.
questions.
I know. I don't. He's not going to wake up.
He'll wake up on his own eventually. You're not sure. Trying to wake him up would not be a great idea.
We don't know what could happen if he
He
wakes
could wake
up. I mean,
he could wake up in 5 minutes. Could take hours. You have no idea.
I
They
think
know-
we just
they know-
tie him up.
They know we're here.
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
We gotta go.
I wanted to like question him.
No, we have to get out of here. They know we're here.
Yeah, and that guy ran away. He's gonna tell others.
We still don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. We know where they're taking everybody. What'd you say?
They might be taking him to the library.
No, man. They were coming in to get the librarian, weren't they?
We left, but we didn't really.
Yeah, you guys came bursting in and we ran out. We don't.
They might be
chased
using the
us.
library. We're not sure.
Well, they were putting him into vans. They would have brought him over to the library, dude.
Then we gotta follow. one
Where
of the
else? Where are the
vans.
other? Well, you said there were like old spots. What are the fucking old spots?
There's only 3.
What's the other
And they're
one?
all right
The
there.
cemetery, the library, in the bar.
Gilman.
Is there a
and-
cemetery there? That's
yeah,
still a cemetery.
behind the library. You guys actually ran through as you were escaping.
Hey, do you see their jackets? It's like they're gray, but that's he grabs it and like his hands are shaking still, and he grabs it. You can see there's some residue. He's like some residue on his hands. It's like when salt water, gets on something, it leaves us behind. So maybe these guys are like near the water or something.
Maybe they're taking him to that spot where that
You think it's on the
reef?
reef.
Maybe it's where they took your dad.
Maybe. Whatever these dudes are, man, they're the fucking bad guys.
They're the Russians. This is Red Dawn.
Hold on. My brother showed me this. He goes down to that guy who's unconscious and tries a sternum rub on him,
Oh,
which his brother showed him that he had to do to a friend that was really drunk.
Does it work? Sometimes.
It works if you're.
It's very painful.
It's very painful. So if you can be awakened by painful stimuli,
It works.
okay.
Dane falls backwards when the guy starts yelling.
He comes to, and Matt, I think that Benny recognizes this, but everyone else doesn't initially. He doesn't move more than just his head. You think he might be paralyzed.
Okay.
And he looks at you with these kind of bulging, unblinking eyes.
Where are you taking the people, you little fucker?
I'll hit you with the baseball bat again.
He smiles. You see his teeth are like rotted. And he says, "Why are you awake?"
Because we're fucking smarter than you do. We read books and shit. Now tell us or we're going to really make it hurt. As he's paralyzed.
He just kind of looks at all of you.
Dane's kind of like leaning, like he's all the way against the wall, but he has the kitchen knife in his hand.
Only our kind are awake.
We're not one of you.
What are you?
I touch my neck.
There's nothing there.
Okay, good.
I'm going to try it again.
Okay.
Going to try to intimidate. Zed comes over and just starts like growling and chomping his teeth next to this guy. You know, Mikey's a kid, but he's a big kid. And he's like up on this guy's chest. And he goes, "Tell us, man, or we're going to fucking splatter you. My brother's got like 13 confirmed kills. And I'm about to add to the tally, dude. If you don't fucking tell us where you're taking these people."
Go ahead and roll.
Fish takes a step back from the dog.
It's almost the same.
10.
10. Says, "It won't matter if I tell you. They will be brought to the sandbar. When the tide goes out, that is when the spawning will happen. They will become us." He smiles.
The beckoning death.
He says, "This is the deal that Obed Marsh made with us."
That dude's dead. He's not around anymore, dude.
His children, they took up the cause as well, and theirs, and many generations of Marshes and others. We gave the town prosperity. We gave them harvests of fish. We gave them exotic jewels to trade. And in exchange, they carried our blood.
Did you take my dad? Did you?
He looks at you kind of confused, as if how should he know who your dad is? Yeah. He says, "We may have. Perhaps he felt the call and came to us. Many in your town have."
How do we stop it? He kind of like holds the knife out towards him.
How do you stop the tide? Many have felt the call to return to Ya Teneth. Perhaps your father was one.
Yeah, Teneth was that was on the map, right?
Dane
that was
nods.
the reef. That was the one near here. Yeah.
Is that like a city?
He nods.
Mikey grabs the towels and starts tying this paralyzed man up.
Nice.
He can't. I don't think he can move.
Well, we got to make sure, man.
Yeah, he could be faking.
Benny's just shaking his head.
It doesn't matter. When the spawning is complete, he will awaken.
He grabs a hand towel and gags him with it.
Okay.
Weekend?
We need to find out when high tide is
We got to figure out how to use the lantern, and we got to get down there, and we got to stop this.
and wake everyone up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how many there are you? You know, we have a lot more friends who
Dude, I already
are
gagged him.
awake too.
I already gagged him, dude.
Oh, well, you're all. We're gonna beat all you and your friends up, and you're not gonna do this
Yeah,
anymore.
don't touch any of our shit.
Yeah. We're making a new deal.
He locks
Okay.
his dad's door.
Okay.
How do we figure out how this? How do we figure out?
We gotta go outside. Let's go.
So we got to get out of here. We can't be here anymore.
Yeah.
We gotta
All right.
go.
Well, let's go get our bikes.
Wait, my bag is still in there.
Oh fuck! He unlocks it. Get it. Come on. He goes in and gets the shotgun. Now
Ben-
with 3 shells in it.
Benny grabs his bag, the lantern,
Okay.
and the Cthulhu book.
All right. Where are you guys going?
I think we go outside and we go back to the wood trail. Just kind of haul ass out of there, and then take a little quick pause to
Okay.
regroup.
Sure.
I have a tree fort out here. We can go there.
Oh, that's yours?
Well, yeah, my dad helped me build it.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah, I seen it.
All right. So what do we do?
Well, I mean, so the tide goes out at, I'm sure, Benny knows by heart knows the tide charts when it goes in and out.
And you really think this lantern is like the thing that?
Well, I mean, you heard what it said. It said that Obed Marsh made a deal, and then this lantern is like was his.
So was that old bitch?
No, she was frozen too, though, so she couldn't be one of those.
She just was related to him, and it probably got lost to time. This means that like Satan's real, like dark stuff.
Benny will pull out that crucifix around his neck, and he does the sign of the cross and kisses it again.
Yeah, dude, you shouldn't be playing D&D and shit and fucking with that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, now we know about it. Like, if
Benny,
we
you're
didn't,
looking
we
through
wouldn't
that
know.
that Cthulhu book, and you're looking at these notes about curses and stuff like that, and you realize that kind of spread throughout this book is notes about something called Dagon, and you see something called the Esoteric Order of Dagon, and you see something about stopping Dagon's magic. And you start reading. Pass that down to Matt.
Benny, how much time do we have before the tide comes in?
It's getting later in the afternoon now. The tide will be in at dawn.
The morning. We got a few hours, like at least a half a day.
We have half a day to save our families and the town.
It's pretty low right now.
Dawson, can you help me with some of these words? I can't quite. So like, what is that one? And then I see those symbols here too. Can I get disrupt of Dagon light, and then the lantern, and I think that's flame and.
Yep, that's flame. Disrupt the symbol?
Disrupt the symbol of Dagon light. The lantern, then douse
Douse the flame.
with the
That's blood. That's blood.
blood of.
A
shit.
reef one?
Deep one.
one.
Oh,
Is that what that thing was?
Yeah,
I
it
think
could
so.
breathe water.
Shit, we
we
should
need
have
its blood.
taken it with us.
You want to carry it around?
I don't know, dude. We need it. Do we need its blood?
Well, I mean, Benny's gonna dig through his pack, and he's got probably like a dirty rag of this thing that he as he was bandaging stuffed into his stuff. He's I have some.
And this is what turns the lantern on?
I mean, maybe that's what these notes say in the book.
That's what turns me on.
Awesome.
I mean, we can try. Benny will open up the lantern and like take that rag and just kind of like stuff it inside.
You think there was like trace amounts of blood in there before, and that's what?
Well, I mean, I got his blood on my stuff when I was like trying to wrap it up. I mean, douse the flame with the blood. I mean, this is where the flame would be in this part. So like maybe,
But it's not lit up.
Oh, like,
Do you have
close
to
it?
light it?
Isn't
do
that to
anything?
turn it off?
No.
I don't know, dude.
douse the flame, the blood of a deep one.
Fish is like sort of looking around.
I'm not good at riddles.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, we're in Benny's tree fort?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mikey stands up and goes over to the side. He looks out, pulls his binoculars out for no reason, scan through the trees.
Just checking.
Do you want my flashlight?
No, they'll see it.
Yeah.
Looking for owls.
Just got to find them before they find us, you know? So we got to...
If it's if it's a lantern, like you said it was, and it can be lit normally, then it seems like we have to burn something with the blood of that guy back there. First, we got to light it, and then we use the blood. I think maybe to turn it that green color.
Listen, all right,
Okay.
I was wrong, okay? Like, the stupid shit you nerds were doing, it does matter, okay? Like, we do need that stuff. Fish and I, we can fight these guys and we can take them out, but, like, you guys have to figure out how to, like, to do this and win. And I mean, I don't know. But, like, if it's about turning on that lantern, we can go down there, and if there's not many of them around, we can, like, try to take them by surprise. But if we can't turn that thing on and wake people up, then it doesn't matter.
Well, it does. Like, we just, even if we can't turn the lantern on, we got to make sure that they don't turn our family into those people.
Yeah, but you heard him. We can't stop the tide.
Yeah, but we can. He kind of trails off. I don't know. Let's try to light this and burn some of that blood. And if it glows green, we know it works.
But the wick was never burned, though. It's clean. I don't think there was ever flame in here. Not when Tater had it. It was already glowing when he had it.
Didn't Tater have a lighter?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
one.
We also have a couple M80s.
Dane is going to put the lantern on like the little makeshift table in
Okay.
there, and he's gonna hold out his hand for the lighter.
Okay.
He's gonna open up I don't know if there's like a glass door.
Yeah, there is.
And he's just gonna try to light the wick, see if anything happens.
Okay. The wick lights and it starts to glow, and it's like a green flickering flame inside of this lantern. And you close the little hood, and you guys watch the flame just flicker and glow for a while.
There must
And
be
then-
trace amounts of copper sulfate in the.
It eventually, after a few minutes, it goes out on its own. It slowly sort of fades out like it did before.
Try to wring some of that blood into it.
You open the thing again, and the wick looks unburnt.
What the hell?
Whoa. Tater must have done this. He must have lit it and it was still going.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So now, this is it's like I know he kind of looks at Mikey like he's nervous to say this. It's like a magic lamp, and you light it, and then I think you burn or put some blood in, and then maybe it breaks the spell. So we got to go back and get that blood.
They might be back there by now.
Probably, but
I doubt they cleaned up after themselves.
I don't know, man. There might be more. I don't know. Did I see any like through the trees, like any?
We'll say with the
lights?
with the binoculars, you could see his street, and you could see that there was actually a few vans there now.
Yeah, they're all around Mikey's house, man.
Well,
This might be our chance. If they're there, then I don't know how many of them there are, but like those dudes aren't like down at the jetty in the sandbar.
Yeah, but that's where they're going to go. They might still have the people.
I know. I'm saying we go there now while like the other ones are up here.
But then they'll see us.
There won't be as many there, man. Like we might have to fight some of them.
I think if we go to the jetty, then maybe we can wake some people up there too. Because everyone will be there, right? They're gonna sacrifice their families, guys.
Yeah. And like I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. He slowly looks over at Dawson.
Dawson, roll grit.
I still have the shotgun, by the way. 17.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, it's the wrong die.
Wait, just decided to roll a d20.
Yeah, why not? 11.
Okay, you're okay.
I do cock the shotgun, though.
You just knocked a shell out.
Fuck off, Michael. Fuck off. I don't get a detention for this one either.
All right, fine. Whatever, dude.
You can pick it up if you want.
We better not have detention ever again by helping all these people.
Mikey's a little intimidated, tries not to show it. He goes over and picks up the shotgun shell.
What do we do? Do we go back to Mikey's house? Or
No, dude, let's go down there now while they're still at my house.
I think that's what we got to do. I agree with Mikey.
Maybe we can like set up an ambush.
And like some of them are there and we could do a distraction. Like we got those M80s and I have some black cats in my backpack. I have
Nice.
written fireworks and lighter.
All right, what's the plan?
We're gonna head to the jetty.
Head to the jetty.
I think we're going to split the party.
Okay.
We're going to go if there's anywhere like within like far side of the jetty, like some kind of building that might have people still in it. And maybe a couple of us go there, try to set up some kind of distraction, fireworks, noise, dog barking, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people go down there, try
Yeah.
to get this show on the road, and then we reconvene
All right,
for our.
who's going where?
Benny will go to set up the distraction.
Fish will go and find a hiding spot close to the sandbar. Maybe I'll find a place to hide the bikes too. Someplace we can get to them if we got a dash.
All right.
Dawson, dude, like you're fast on that bike.
Yeah, I am.
Maybe you should set the distraction.
Yeah, I'll work with Benjamin. Here, you might need this. I give you the shotgun back.
All right. Thanks, man.
Dane's gonna hold on to the lantern,
Okay.
and I think he's going to, if they find anyone left over, he's gonna see if it. Well,
You want to light it in front of a person and see if
Yeah.
anything happens.
Yeah.
All right, you can do that along the way.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Which group are you going with?
I will
If you have the
go.
lantern, you're going with the hide group.
Yes.
All right. And Michael? Mikey?
Wait, so you guys are going where?
You guys are. They're doing the distraction though.
Benny and Dawson are doing a distraction.
Okay. I thought you guys are our
Lantern crew.
well, you're the lantern.
I'm the
then.
lantern crew now.
All right. And then I guess Mikey and Fish are the lantern guardians. The brawn.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mikey, Fish, and Dane are lantern crew. Benny and Dawson are distraction. Where is Zed going?
Where's Zed?
Probably with distraction crew.
Yeah.
They need some muscle.
A little lookout.
And
Mikey
not
gives
near fish.
Mikey gives Dawson the fireworks and lighter.
Okay. You guys get down to the jetty first. Fish, Dane, Mikey. And Mikey, you remember something. We'll do a little flashback. How long ago did your dad disappear?
7 years.
So that means you were what, like 6, 7 years old?
Yeah. 6 or 7.
One of your earliest memories, you were maybe 6 years old, is sitting in your dad's car down by the jetty, watching birds. He had a little notebook he would take notes in. And you remember him looking through his binoculars, and he says, "Yeah, they these birds, they dive into the water and they catch fish. Look, see him? Look, take a look." He shows you the binoculars. You see him, his eyes keep getting distracted, keep getting drawn over. It's low tide, drawn over to Devil's Reef. These jagged rocks about a mile out that stick out of the water. He writes something in his notebook and closes it quickly to make sure you can't read it. And he says, "Oh, look at that one go."
Cut back to the three of us down there. I point out to the reef. Benny said high tide's in the morning, so it's low tide. That's where we have to go. The reef. We can get out there by the sandbar. When the water's low, like the fish are close to it, and that's when the birds go for it. We can get there.
We're going to walk all the way out there.
We only have a little blood.
Hang on.
You can walk out there on the sandbar.
I grab the binos
Okay.
and I try to observe.
You look out over the sandbar and you see people. You see the silhouettes of hundreds of people placed on the sandbar.
Holy shit, dude! They're all there. The whole town's there.
What?
What are they doing?
They're like frozen, man. They put them out there. This is it, dude.
You realize nothing has to happen because they're all going to drown.
They're on the bar and the reef. The water's going to come up, dude. And they're gonna get taken under. They're going to drown.
We got to wake them up.
Well, that means we'll probably need more blood than this. And he holds up like the small bandage.
Do I see any other silhouettes out there?
You see a few moving among the unmoving ones.
There's some of those fish dudes out there, man.
They got any blood in them?
Think we find out.
Gilmans? No, he doesn't.
Fish is nodding. Like, yeah. Yeah.
I feel bad about that joke.
It's okay, man. It's the 90s.
It's all cool, right?
Yeah.
I'm like a bully, but I can have like a moment of redemption, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
There's people who said way worse stuff. They'll get in trouble in
Yeah,
20
it's not
years.
like a gay retard or anything.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh my God. Wicked retarded.
Are you guys sneaking out to the reef?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the plan? All
Yes.
right. You guys start sneaking out to the reef.
Fish gets on the walkie. Hey, it's Fish. We're going to walk out to the sandbar. The whole town's there.
Benny and Dawson, where did you guys go? Where are we setting a distraction?
Are there any buildings nearby?
Nearby the jetty.
Yeah, like not necessarily like on the jetty, but maybe like
A
50,
wharf.
100 yards away.
Yeah, is there like a wharf?
Sure. Let's say that the wharf I sent you an Instagram about where the arcade is is not
Yeah.
far from there.
Which would make sense because it seems like we might think that's their location where they're going from, and then maybe we're trying to get a boat out
It's
from
like
there.
it's like a board. It's a short boardwalk
Yeah.
with an arcade, a few little like stalls and stuff, all closed up, only open in the summer for summer visitors.
It was that.
And you guys sneak into the wharf.
Okay, so we have those fireworks, and I've got a bunch of stuff. I've got some fishing hooks and some twine. I have a poncho.
Poncho?
Well, if it rains, you got to keep dry. If you get wet when you're outside, you can get real sick. But like we could set up like I don't know how much time we have, but like a Rube Goldberg machine with like the fireworks, and I have some matches and like
Holy shit, that's a great
like
idea.
Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone.
Oh, that's much.
Yeah. So we're gonna run around and try to like set up
Okay.
We're using the arcade machines. It's maybe a fishing boat.
the ponchos,
Yeah,
string.
ponchos. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this is a protracted roll. No set DC. Just the however high you guys roll is going to determine like the overall victory. Do you both have? Is brains your high score for both of you?
Yes.
So I don't care who rolls, but one of you roll a d20 and
10.
Okay.
I will spend 2 of my 3
Okay.
caps. Make it
Ryan,
a
you can
12.
help out as well if you want.
I've expended
You're
all
out?
my caps.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we got a 12
No cap,
on the
straight bussin'.
distraction. All right, you guys start to set up.
No, can't do that.
Knows that help?
Checking for Zed help, not from me.
You're setting up all of these fireworks and everything. Meanwhile, Fish, Dane, Mikey, sneaking across the sandbar.
Before we went, there's a campfire, like an old campfire, and he stops. He grabs some like burnt wood, and he starts grabbing the charcoal and wiping it. My brother was like a Green Beret sniper in Kosovo. He got like 20 kills, and like he said to like put like you put the dark colors on like the highest point of your
That's
face.
bullshit.
The
Hey,
only
Benjamin?
time blackface is
Do you
acceptable.
think Michael's brother's like even in the armed forces or?
He's a truck driver in the National Guard, which is fine.
Maybe the reserve.
Which is fine.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, he's rubbing charcoal on their faces, and then we sneak across.
One of you give me a flight roll. Whoever is leading the way in the sneaking.
Leading?
You look the sneakiest
From behind.
Yeah.
You're dressed in all black all the time.
He's already got black stuff on his face too with the eyeliner.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah. 5.
Any points to spend or anyone want to help?
That's a long way to go.
Those the eyeliner's kind of shy. It got some glitter in it. It's a little shiny.
Yes,
I'll give 2.
it's a high gloss, not matte finish.
It's a 9er. All right.
I'll make it 10.
Oh, okay. All right. We got a 10 for sneaking across the sandbar, a 12 for a distraction. Now I'm going to roll and see if you guys get noticed. And I'm going to roll to see how good the distraction is. Okay. Back to the wharf, the boardwalk. You're setting up all of these fireworks, connecting fuses, doing all kinds of stuff. When you hear the creak of the boards, and it's really dark in this area, this like long wharf that you're standing on, but you see the silhouette of something, maybe one of those people, but they're not wearing the robe. They're sort of hunched over, and you swear you see what looks like a fin across the spine of their back.
Shark Man.
You whisper that, and it turns, and the moonlight kind of glints across its eyes. It's huge, bulbous eyes, and it starts moving in your direction. What are you guys doing?
Benny pulls his bow and arrow off of his back. He draws back on
Rambo.
the arrow.
Okay.
Stop!
When you yell stop, it starts running towards you.
Let's go with the arrow.
It runs on 2 legs, but then it sort of hunches forward and goes on to 4. And
Nope.
just runs like kind of like an ape, like the way its gait. Roll fight.
Nice.
Powerful
a nice
D4.
big D4
Come on, Benny. Explode it, Benny. Yes.
exploding.
Damn.
And opposite end of the spectrum. So that's
5.
6.
6. You hit it.
Nice.
It stops. You're not sure where the arrow went because it's so dark. You just saw that the arrow hit its body, and it stops. And then you hear this sort of sucking sound of it pulling the arrow out, and you see it throw the arrow on the deck, and then it keeps coming towards you.
As the arrow gets thrown to the side of the deck, all of a sudden you see this gray shape lunge out of the side, and Zed comes out at the cost of 2 tokens. He makes an attack, D12.
Oh shit! I was wondering who had that one.
Yeah.
That's a skill.
10.
Like it.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Red.
Tell me what Zed does. The defender is fairly hurt and dazed.
As this thing pulls the arrow out and its blood glints in the light, Zed sees the arrow that he has chewed on before and sees that it's toy. So he jumps at the arrow to play with it. But as he comes across, the creature began to sprint forward and threw it to the side, and Zed's head collides square with this thing's head and just fucking boom, knocks him to the ground, smacks his head on an arcade machine, and Zed goes for the arrow.
Like he was fetching it?
Yeah.
Nice.
And brings it back.
All right,
to me.
Ryan, what is Dawson doing?
Turning arrows.
Dawson
With blood on it.
Dawson takes the highly honed figure skates out of his backpack.
Highly honed?
These are they're razor
Speed
sharp.
skates.
I mean, you gotta keep those edges sharp. And he said, Benjamin, light it. And he's holding the laces and just
Okay.
starts. He's gonna try to slice and dice.
Roll
This
fight.
Ice
shark
skate
man.
hands?
Yeah. One. That sounds about right.
I rolled a 12.
He's wearing the ice skates like gloves.
You don't even like get close to it. Like, yeah,
Just fucking knocks him flying.
and it kind of like recovering from being knocked down, like starts to stand up, and you kind of are getting closer, swiping the blades
Yeah.
back and forth. And as it stands at its full height and isn't hunched over, you realize it's maybe 6-7 feet tall. Yeah, and its arms are longer than a human's arms, and it definitely has fins along its forearms and back. And it gets to its full height and looks at you, and you see this fish face staring at you, almost confused.
And then behind Dawson, as this thing is looking at him, you see Benny's face light up as he hits a lighter next to him and reaches over and lights a fuse. And it starts going.
On the sandbar, you guys are sneaking across. There are people everywhere, frozen in different positions. You're kind of sneaking from one to another. And Dane, you step into some sand, and your foot kind of gets stuck. And as you pull it out, it makes that sort of sucking noise of being stuck in the mud. And suddenly you see a figure move, one that you thought was a townsperson, but is one of these people. It turns towards the noise, and you freeze. And it approaches you,
I try to stay frozen.
and it walks right up to you. Roll grit. You need a 7.
I have a die 10.
That 40% chance.
9.
Nice.
It walks right up to you, and it looks at you. Its hood is down. That mostly human, definitely more human than what Dawson and Benny are dealing with right now. Mostly human face, a little bit of hair, slightly beginning to bulge eyes. The early stages of these things. And then it looks out over the water, kind of turns back, looks over its shoulder, and then walks away. And then all of a sudden you see across the water, you hear fireworks begin to explode, and it turns towards the water, and then it dives into the water and starts swimming in that direction.
Gross.
You see several others that were up ahead and behind you. You hear them splash into the water and start going that way.
Fish, you gotta tell them. They're coming.
You guys are alone in the sandbar.
They're gone. Hey, it's Fish.
You need blood, right? Yeah.
Hey, they're coming. There's a lot of them. Are you guys okay?
This creature
Guys, can you hear me?
what are you guys doing?
Is this thing...
It's about to attack you.
Benny's gonna
Run, motherfucker!
Yeah. Zed, let's go! And yeah, they're just going to start like bobbing and weaving and juking through these arcade machines, trying to use his tiny height.
Dawson,
I'm gonna like dive under machines, go around. Yeah,
both
try
of
to
you give me flight rolls.
To the bikes! To the bikes!
Do I get an adversity for failing an attack or no?
Oh, yeah, you do.
Okay,
Yep.
good. I might need that.
This is that pose roll. So.
9.
There you go.
9. All right.
15.
All right. You guys run from this thing. You slide underneath a pinball machine, creature from the Black Lagoon, and it slams the top of it, busts it open. You get underneath. It pushes the machine out of the way. You run around a corner. You guys get on your bikes, and you take off. You start heading down the road, which follows the beach, and you see these things coming out of the water along the beach. They are moving towards the boardwalk. As you guys make your way down the beach, you throw your bikes on the sand, and you start running across the sandbar. Yep.
I wanted to make an attack at the last one.
Okay.
So I realized we still need something. We still need blood. So I kind
With
of
what?
hide frozen. I'm holding the shotgun, and I realized my whole plan was to shoot something with a shotgun, and that goes in the face of distraction. So I kind of just immediately panic and then just grab the shotgun and step out at the last one. I see the silhouette, and I run out of the cover of one of these townsfolks, and I swing the shotgun baseball bat style
Okay.
and
Roll fight.
crack this guy.
Fish will follow him if he sees Mikey go.
There you go.
All right, it's an 11.
Okay. I rolled 2. So you beat it by 9.
All right. Is 10 a threshold?
10 will, if you want, kill it. Okay.
There it is, cashed in the token.
So what happens? You narrate what happens.
I think Mikey surprises himself just in the shock of shoot the thing. No, we can't shoot the thing. He'll hear it. Grabs it, turns, and cracks. And it's more its momentum as it's galloping. And it just cracks, and you hear the crack of the hit and then the crack of the neck break. And the thing just
Real weak spot on him.
just slides to a stop in the surf. Kind of splashes in
Okay.
at the edge of the water.
All right.
Holy shit, Mikey.
Holy shit, dude.
Is it still alive?
You guys are looking at this thing as Benny, Dawson, and Zed run across the sandbar. The silhouettes of all of these people around you in the moonlight.
It's not like a person. Just get its blood. Get its blood for the lantern. Come on, man.
Dane jogs up to it, then kneels down kind of in the surf.
Oh shit! Here.
And he takes out he's got a kitchen knife that Dawson gave him.
Dane's about to do some Dan shit.
Yeah, right. And he kind of looks at it, doesn't really know what to do, and then he just
It's mostly, it looks like a person. It looks like a deformed person.
he just stabs it in the abdomen.
Okay.
All right. Straight shot to the abdomen.
And he pulls out the knife, and I think he'll go back to the lantern,
Okay.
and kind of his hands are shaking now, and he's got blood on them, and he opens up the little window case, lights it, and then he's going to cup some of the blood into his hand that's running down the body and pour it onto the flame.
All right.
Goes out, and you guys are fucked.
Nothing happens. You read the first part of that?
Disrupt the symbol of Dagon. Light the lantern, then douse the flame with the blood of a demon.
What are we supposed to do?
Shit. Do we miss something?
Disrupt the symbol of Dagon.
Symbol. Magic circle. And Fish runs over to where the people are.
You run over to where the people are. We see the camera sort of zoom out, and we see that the people are arranged in a triangle with a circle at the center of it.
I'll hold him off, man.
Why isn't it working?
You realize after a while of looking at these people that they have been arranged in some sort of way. There's definitely... Wait, which one of you did marching band? Any of you?
Orchestra, sorry. Yeah.
I do
Not
sports.
Who did football?
Football.
Okay. Mikey coming through with actual intelligence. You look at all of the bodies of people frozen on the sandbar, and it reminds you of halftime during a football game. It reminds you of watching the marching band, the way that they would arrange themselves on the field to make patterns. And you realize,
Dude, they're in formation. You got to break up the formation. The people, you got to break up the formation, man.
Dane looks up at you. He's crying, and he's got blood all over his hands.
mascara everywhere.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, Fish is the baseball bat's on the ground. He has the he takes the flashlight and he flicks it on and then like buries it in the
Benny and
ground.
Dawson, you guys are there now. You've gotten there.
Benny will hear Mikey say that. He's just gonna run and like throw his body at somebody to try to move them.
Knock him over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mikey's back at the shore with a shotgun waiting for these
Okay.
things to come back.
It's still not working. He's,
Are you relighting the
Yeah,
lantern?
he's relighting
All right.
it, but he's just like panicking while he's doing it.
Benny, you're knocking people down. Dawson, what are you doing?
Taking the lightest people I can find and just pulling them. Yeah.
Knocking people
Yep,
down.
yep.
With those
Dane,
giant thighs.
Exactly.
Dane, you're relighting the lantern. Mikey, you're at the beach and something comes out. You shoot it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's coming out of the water,
Something comes out of the water.
It's your
Yeah.
dad.
You blast it with a shotgun. It falls back into the surf. Fish, what are you doing?
Helping Benny. I'm trying to like pull people back towards the shore. Like he grabs a couple, like one person and is like
Making sure they're not knocked face first.
into the water.
Dane, you light the lantern. It feels different this time. It feels brighter. It casts shadows of all of these people far across the sandbar. And you see their shadows kind of stretched out across the water. And looking out across the water, you see the shadows moving. You see things moving in the water, forms moving in the water, coming up out of the surf.
Guys! There's things in the water!
What do you do?
He starts backing up away from the shoreline, and he's got the lantern in one hand, and he's still got like blood all over his other hand, and he's just making sure that he's kind of reeling back from the water line, trying to get safe, and making sure that the lantern still kind of casts that green glow.
Okay.
He's going to turn and shine it on, the first few people that he can see that are nearby.
Okay.
Fish is dragging one up to you now.
You shine the lantern all around, and it falls on these people, and the pattern is certainly disrupted. Do you douse it
Yeah,
with
the blood.
on your hand?
Mm-hmm.
And you stick your whole hand in
I
there?
put my hand on it and I just squeeze the top of the wick.
Okay. You put your hand around it and you squeeze it and you feel it burning your hand. You feel your skin splintering and your own hand begins to bleed. And the flame goes out.
That's
And
2 for 2 for Dan character.
All around you, you guys hear people start coughing and moving around. And the water begins to go still as people wake up.
They're awake. Hey, you did it.
Everyone?
Dane, you did it.
We did it.
Come on, you little fish bastard, where are you?
Hey, it's all right, Mikey.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah. Fish takes the flashlight and he shines it back to where the we were being followed from the wharf.
Tell everyone to get to land.
People seem almost like they're in a daze. They just start getting up and walking as if they're sleepwalking away from the sandbar and back into town.
Oh,
Wow.
snap.
Mikey's running through the crowd looking for his father.
All right. I never quite found out why it worked, but it did. But I couldn't help but think the blood and what that one said about only my kind would be awake. And the lantern said it awoke the blood. I remembered that when my hair started falling out in my early 20s. And my eyes started to bulge a bit in my late 20s. By 35, I started to feel a call back to Halgrave, a town I said I'd never return to. And yet here I am. We all feel the call back to the sea. And that is where we will stop.
Oh, motherfucker.
God damn.
We're fish people now.
We were always fish people.
We were always
just didn't-
fish
we just
people.
didn't
My
notice
name
it.
is
Fish. That is the moral of it.
Well, thank you guys very much for joining us for a Halloween special. And for this one, we just want to thank the Clemency Crusaders for our special theme music for this one. They are an awesome father-son combo we were lucky enough to see live. Check them out to hear your favorite pop culture and nerd culture, movie, TV, video game themes combined with some serious metal shredding. Find them at facebook.com/Clemency Crusaders Music. That's CLEMENZI Crusaders Music. And that's it, boys and girls. Stay spooky, and we will see you next Tuesday.
That's nasty.
So alternate sentences or like
Letters.
passages? Yeah.
I mean, I think we can
S.
kind of.
You should popcorn read it.
Tab.
So like you read a paragraph and then say the next person's name.
Would do what now?
Popcorn reading? You never do this?
No.
Nope.
Is you would read a paragraph and then you would say someone's name in the classroom. So like you didn't so everyone had to be paying attention to follow along.
I
That's
think
gay and retarded.
Retards.
I think Ryan should read some.